Welcome to on tonight's Clubhouse Live, it's our NFC Championship Edition show with Alvin Jones. We'll look back on Sunday night's divisional playoff victory over the Seahawks, and we'll look ahead to the upcoming showdown with the 49ers. Plus, we've got a six-pack of questions for our Clubhouse Live challenge. It's time to get started, so let's open the doors.
What's going on, everybody? Hey, welcome back to the Clubhouse Sports Pub and Grill. We're inside the Red Lion Hotel Paper Valley in downtown Appleton, Wisconsin. I'm Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network Wisconsin, and who's excited for our NFC Championship Edition show? Some great energy here. I love it. It's going to be a good night, and I can't wait to get started. But before we get things going, we always give a big round of applause and a shout-out to tonight's door openers, and I guess they are three new faces, so how about a big hand for Owen, Vincent, and Riker? Looking good in their green and gold. You know who doesn't look good? Thanks, guys, but who doesn't look good is the other member of our Clubhouse Live crew. It is none other than Chicago Bears fan Ricardo Arguello, everybody.
Yes, Boomy, you love it.
Why are you
love
here?
The Boomy.
Why are you here tonight?
It's in the contract.
Why are you here?
It's written in the contract. I got to be here.
Ricardo,
so
you are living a football nightmare right now, aren't you?
Well, kind of, a little bit, but it gets even worse if they win next week.
Yes. And we're all going to Miami then. Can't wait to strut around the beach wearing a swimsuit and nothing else.
Well, I told you, Brett, before we got on stage that I wouldn't mind if the Packers make the Super Bowl. That means Mean Gene is walking around on the beach.
Ooh, Mean Gene on the beach. How about that? Hey, I got a joke for you.
Oh, God. Not another dad joke.
What do the Chicago Bears and a Chick-fil-A manager have in common? They don't work on Sundays.
Oh! Boy, those are terrible. You are not Jimmy Fallon.
I love these Bears jokes.
You are not Jimmy Kimmel.
Hey, yes, I am. No, I'm at PC Brettsy. So listen, how do you guys like Packers 28, Seahawks 23? And how does the NFC Championship game sound to all of you guys? Well, that's where the Packers are headed after taking down the despised Seahawks on Sunday night at Lambeau Field. How about Aaron Jones? 2 more touchdowns for Showtime. And how about Davante Adams, 8 catches and set a single-game playoff record, 160 receiving yards. 2 touchdowns for Davante. How about Jimmy Graham coming through with 3 big third-down catches? The last catch, a 9-yard pickup on 3rd and 9 that sealed the victory. And let's not forget about a defense that generated 5 sacks and 10 quarterback hits. Preston Smith, Zadarius Smith, 2 sacks apiece for those guys, right? The Smith brothers. Preston Smith's sack of Russell Wilson on 3rd and 5 with 3:22 to play forced a Seahawks punt, and the Packers responded by running out the clock. Up next are the 49ers for the NFC title and a berth in Super Bowl 54. So you know who likes it. It's Happy Vince again. A whole lot of Happy Vince this season. And he loves it because our co-host is back again. It is none other than Green Bay Packers running back. It's showtime. It's Aaron Jones. He's right there. And hanging out with Showtime is a guest we'll announce later. That's a cliffhanger. It's going to be a fun show. I can't wait to get him up here. But first, plugs for our presenting sponsors. A thank you to our presenting sponsors. First, Superior Discount Liquors, a full-service liquor store with the area's largest selection of liquor, wine, and beer. They also take special orders on hard-to-find items with locations in Green Bay, Manitowoc, and Sheboygan. Stop in today. And, of course, Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Thursdays this January at Potawatomi. Play the Battle Win Ball Game Show to win $5,000 in cash. To earn entries, just play your favorite games using your club card. Learn more at paysbig.com/winball. Ricardo, it's an interactive show. Tell everybody about it.
It is. So we invite your comments and questions to our live chat. That could be found online next to our viewer. Hey, Sammy West is right here. She's monitoring the chat to relay those comments and questions right over to you.
Yes. Give us a follow. I'm at PC Bretzi. We've all learned by now. Ricardo's at PC Ricardo. Sammy's at by Samantha West. And Aaron is at Showtime, TYME_33. Give us a like on Facebook, facebook.com/Clubhouse Live. So I had the Vikings welcome mat, but we kind of dressed it up thanks to these guys right over here. They gave us a nice little San Francisco twist to the Vikings mat, right? Yeah. So it's for all the guys to stomp their feet over the newest, ugliest logo in professional sports. Our co-host is in his third NFL season, all with the Packers. He scores playoff touchdowns. He picks up blitzing safeties to help secure game-clinching third down completions. Did you see him do that? Of course you did. Our co-host tonight loves his grandma. Did you hear that? That was kind of nice. And is ready to lead the Packers and their fans to sunny South Florida. Give it up for Green Bay Packers running back number 33, Aaron Showtime Jones. Yeah. There you go. You got into that one. I like it. Yes. Hey, it's your show tonight. What do you want to do? No, there's no 100 yards.
Ah, yes. Yes. Playoff touchdowns equal hugs.
That is not the deal.
Oh.
See them? No. He was kind of squeezing my arms there a little bit. You see that? He's kind of impressed with what I got going on here a little bit.
You said you worked out. I can tell.
Yes,
I see a little bump there.
Yeah, a big bump is what it is. Not bad for a 47-year-old guy.
Improvement.
47.
I can still do it. What?
Are you really? Oh,
Yes.
no. Okay, yes, you're right. You're 47.
Quiet. Turn his mic off, would you? We don't want to hear from him anymore. Look at this crowd, Aaron Jones. It's our NFC Championship edition. Doesn't this just fire you up?
It does. You see the smile on my
Yes.
face? It does. I love seeing all the faces here today. Thank y'all for coming out. I truly appreciate it.
Look at all these guys, even over here. I mean, they can barely see you when they're here. This is the way to do it, right? This is fun now. This is January. This is what it's all about.
It's great.
And you get to hang out with me, and that's just so fun too. And
Yeah, that's fun
side
as well.
buddies. We're side buddies. Hey, who's grandma? You love your grandma, you said after one touchdown.
I love my grandma.
Yes.
My mom was back home with her, so actually to my great grandma. Well, counts for all my grandmas that I have, but it was more directly towards my great grandma. My mom was there taking care of her this past week, and so on FaceTime I'm talking to him. And I said, "Hey, grandma," I was like, "Mom, tell grandma if I score, I'm gonna say I love you, grandma." And then she gave the phone to my grandma, and I told her. She's like, "Okay, I'll be looking for it."
And you did.
Yes, sir.
And we heard it. Next time when you score a touchdown, just yell, "I hate Ricardo," right to the camera. I hate Ricardo!
And I'd love
Do it.
I'd love it.
Against the San Francisco 40. Hey, I want to show you something here. For a little good luck, I'm going to reveal the gift that Aaron gave to me. I am wearing the official Aaron Jones logo T-shirt.
I like it.
It's right here.
That shirt makes you look 18.
See how I fill out that T-shirt? Look
You
pretty
fill
good,
it out
don't
pretty
I?
well. Actually, it looks good on you.
I put in some weight, some work in the weight room, but I wanted to wear this because it's NFL or NFC Championship game, and I hope I can say this, but you
Hold
did.
on, I think you've really been working out since we started this show, though.
I've been doing your workout.
You're doing some push-ups or something. Yeah, I can tell.
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Maybe I should take. Should I take it off? No,
Yeah.
no.
Whoa, why not,
My
Brad?
wife is watching at home
Brad?
screaming, "No!"
Brad, come on, it's a little something for the ladies.
That's Clubhouse Live After Dark. We've talked about that show before. Now listen, I want to congratulate you because you put it out on your Instagram post. This guy is going to be a father. Maybe.
All right.
Hey Rosie, there it is. What you put on your Instagram. Look at that. How about that? This guy. Yes. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
If I was a hugger, I'd give you a hug for having a baby and say, "Well done, Aaron Jones. Well done." What? When's the due date? When's it happening?
Late April is the due date. Excited, having a boy.
A boy.
Oh, great. Hey, Aaron. Ricardo, nice masculine name. The Lionhearted.
That's what Ricardo means?
Yeah, Ricardo. Richard, well, Spanish for Richard, but yeah.
I knew
Stop
that part.
it.
I knew
All
that
right.
part.
There you go,
I
see?
knew that part.
This is fun. A little mini Aaron Jones going to be
Exciting.
running around.
Exciting.
You know what would
very
be
exciting.
cool is if we live stream the birth.
Yes!
We should do that.
Yes.
We could be there.
Well, outside
No.
the door.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not.
All right.
Maybe not. So, but that's good. So congratulations. If you need a babysitter, I'm more than welcome to stop by and take care
Brett
of it.
loves changing diapers.
I couldn't picture him holding a baby. He doesn't even like hugs. Like,
Oh,
baby
yeah,
in
there
your
you
arm, I
go.
couldn't imagine it.
No, I would just keep him in the playpen or something. and just,
Okay, I can see that. Babies need love, though.
I've given my 2 boys plenty of love. All right, plenty of love. So I've been there, done that. But that's cool. And then we've got some dignitaries here again. Of course, we've got your father, Alvin Sr., sitting there at the MVP table, VIP table. We've got a new face here. It is Aaron's brother, Alvin Jr. is here. Finally. And he's a Brewers fan.
Yeah.
And Dan Powers, and we're going to get Alvin's going to be our special guest. We'll get him up a little bit later in the show, have a little fun. And then spinning around Dan Powers, right over here at this front table, is Aaron's mother. Virgis is back as well. There we go. So we're going to have a whole fun. We've got to pack in a lot because there's a lot to get to. But this is fun stuff. So, hey, you're in the Final Four. You are in the Final Four. You're one of 4 teams left. How does it feel?
Amazing. This is something you put all that hard work in for all year to get to this point, and now just got to finish 4 more quarters, and we handle business. We'll be right where we want to be.
60 minutes is all that separates you from a trip to the Super Bowl, to go for the Lombardi Trophy. Man, there's so many people that are fired up, Ricardo. I don't know if you saw the NBA contingent. Giannis,
Yeah, I saw
Joel
that. Yeah.
Embiid, Anthony Davis. I think Anthony Davis was at the game yesterday, so heavy.
That was cool.
Everybody loves the Packers. I don't see anybody doing that for the Bears.
Well, I would mention that the greatest comedic talent of all time, Bill Murray, is a Bears fan.
Oh, please.
But we won't go there.
Stop it.
We won't go there.
Even Mercedes Lewis tweeted, Victory Mondays different in January. Does it feel different? Is there a different vibe? Explain what's going on in the locker room.
So we just had a team meeting today, workout. So everybody was just smiling, happy to be there because it could have went a different way. You're not always guaranteed that next game in the playoffs. So everybody's just thankful to still be playing and know we got to get it together for this week.
How does it feel to be at this point when you, I don't know, can you reflect on the season in some quiet moments, even though it's probably a whirlwind right now, but you think back, this all started in OTAs back in spring. The journey started way back then. Matt LaFleur's taken over. What's this whole, I mean, you're almost at the finish line. How does it, it's got to be just a surreal feeling to be at this point.
It is, but I mean, it's still a lot of work to be done. We're not where we want to be at. We're not happy where we're at. In 2 weeks or however long, whenever the bowl is, that's where we want to be, and that's when we'll be happy. So.
Super Bowl is February 2nd. Mark it on your calendars. Packers Chiefs we're calling, right? It's got to be Kansas City and Green Bay. One more question before we get to Ricardo and our first audience question tonight. But your first career playoff game, it's in the books. It's under the belt. It's all done. Now, last week when I asked you, I said kind of asking about the inexperience of the young team. And you said, it's just another game, no big deal. But did it feel like just another game? Or was there a heightened sense when you got on the field? Did you feel everybody was locked in, a little bit sharper focus? Just take us to kind of what that was all about.
I mean, you could tell it wasn't just another game when you ran out on the field. The fans were going crazy. I mean, just the atmosphere, you could tell it was ramped up. So you knew the game was a little bit more important. But when you're out there playing the course of the plays, it was just felt like any other game.
How long before the butterflies leave and after a couple hits and it's just this is football, no big deal. We've done this a million times, right?
No butterflies. I usually get butterflies at the first game of every season until the first play, and after that they're gone. And for some reason they don't come back the rest of the year. And I'm happy with that. I'm fine with that, and hopefully it stays that way.
That's called confidence and being prepared, right? He's ready to go, ready for San Francisco. Ricardo, we're ready for our first audience question of the night.
That's right. It's a familiar face with us here. This is Tracy Santos, of Appleton. Tracy, your question for Aaron.
Hi, Aaron. Yellow Weasel has quickly become everyone's new favorite play call. What's your favorite, and how do they come up with those names?
Well, I don't know if I could give you the play call on here. They might steal that. But any play that involves me getting in space is definitely one of the favorites. Yellow Weasel, that's a funny name. It took me till today. Somebody's like, "Hey, go look online and go look on Twitter and search Yellow Weasel." And all I had to do is type in YELL, and the rest popped up. And so it's so funny. But no, anything that gets me out in space gives me a chance to get one-on-one with the defender.
Thank you very much, Tracy,
Thank
for
you, Tracy.
that question. Yellow Weasel. Remember New York Bozo?
New York Bozo.
No, we have a lot of like audible calls that'll make people laugh. So
You know what would be a good one is Ricardo Bozo.
Yeah.
Ricardo Bozo. Ricardo Bozo.
As long
right at
as
the
I'm
line
on
of
your
scrimmage.
mind, baby. It
Yes.
doesn't matter to me.
Yes, all right. Let's take a timeout. Let's do tonight's stat pack. We've got a few of them here. Let's start with Aaron Jones' stat pack. He is 1 touchdown away from matching Amon Green for the most touchdowns scored in a single season. That now includes playoffs and the regular season. Showtime now has 21 touchdowns on the year, while Amon Green scored 22 times in 2003. Also, how about that, by the way? How about that stat? 21 touchdowns. Continues to rewrite the record books. Also, the Packers are advancing to the NFC Championship game for the 8th time now in team history and the 5th time in the last 13 seasons. And where's Tracy Santos sitting at? Where are you, Tracy? Oh, yeah, there's the Vikings fan back there. Yeah, we got a Vikings fan here. This stat is for you, you goofball. This might be one of my favorite stat pack items of all time because the Minnesota Vikings on Saturday became the first team in NFL history with 30 playoff losses. Yes. Ricardo, even you can get behind that one.
I just like how they try to do a silver lining, like, well, you got to make the playoff 30 times. Well,
Yeah.
That's a lot of losses.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They underachieve every time. Hey, we're doing trivia tonight, Ricardo.
That's
what are we
right.
doing?
We got some rules. First off, we'll ask the question. If you think you know the answer, you got to raise your hand. Please do not shout it out. If you're correct, you win what, Brett and Aaron?
Well, I'll say it because Aaron's loving these French fries right now. Unless you want to say it.
pizza and beer.
Yeah, all right, he did.
Pizza and beer. Remember, you got to be over 21, kiddos. All right. Once you win, you're out for the rest of the show. And sorry, live chatters, you got to be here to win. But again, Sammy West, she's taking care of our online trivia contest.
We're just talking French fries up here, and he's getting me hungry. So, all right, it's my turn. Back to the script. Trivia question number 1. The Packers' most recent NFC Championship victory came during the 2010 season when they took down this longtime rival right here in the gray. Give it up, yes, for the Chicago Bears going down.
That was for Ricardo.
That was for Ricardo. Green Bay earned a 21-14 victory over the Bears at Soldier Field. Remember B.J. Raji, the freezer?
Boo.
He scored on an 18-yard interception return. Was that against Caleb Haney, by the way?
It was Caleb Haney,
Yes,
yeah.
to highlight the Packers' victory. Green Bay, of course, went on to to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in Super Bowl 45. Let's do some more with Aaron Jones, right? Should we keep talking? And he can keep eating?
I think so.
Yes, you can dig into a French fry. But let's look back a bit on Sunday's game. 21-3 lead thanks to a pair of 1-yard touchdown runs by this guy, right? Getting across into the end zone. Fast start. That was everything, wasn't it? And playoff football, getting off to a fast start and really almost kind of turning them one-dimensional. That was huge.
Definitely. That's how you want to start every game. Come out fast, fast start, come down and score on your first series, and you get the feel. It sets you up for the rest of the game. Your offense is clicking on all cylinders. It gives you that confidence. So that's what we look to do every time. Come out and put points up on the board.
Yeah, and really put a lot of pressure on Seattle to make things happen. Let's look at your 2 touchdown runs. Were those the toughest set of 1-yard runs you've ever experienced in your life? Because that was a grind, but you got in. You got in.
The second time it wasn't. The run before that was. But I say at first you don't succeed, try again. So you can't keep me out of there.
Yes, he's got a nose for the goal line. He loves scoring touchdowns. Well, let's talk about that first one. That's you and Bobby Wagner going at it head-to-head. You got just enough of yourself to squeeze across the goal line. But tell everybody here what it is like to collide against one of the great linebackers in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. Bobby, he's a great tackler. He can move whichever way he wants. He doesn't miss a lot of tackles. an open space either, and he can cover really well. To me, he's the best backer in the league, and he didn't hit me too hard, but he's always in the right place at the right time, and on the goal line, he was right there, but got enough in.
That's why he's All-Pro and Pro Bowl, but that's why this guy's one of the best in the game too, right?
Sorry, he's the second best linebacker.
Next to your brother.
Next to my brother.
Yes, Alvin Jr. is the best linebacker in the NFL right there. That first one, capped a 9-play, 75-yard. The second was an 11-play, 60-yard drive, gave you a 21-3 lead. That was a late first-half score. That was huge to get a touchdown right before halftime, knowing that they were coming out with the football to start the second half. Momentum, right?
Momentum is everything in the game. Just knowing we could put some points on the board, it'll help us out, even if it was just 3. Those 3 points will go a long way, and points are a big thing. Even on the 2-point conversion they had when Jair came and sacked the quarterback, 2 points are crucial in that situation. Because you look at it later on down the line in the game, they made us punt, but they're still down 5. Versus if they would have got that, it would have been they could have potentially tied the game. So points are very important in this game.
Great blitz call, by the way, and excellent execution by Jair. Rare to see Ricardo Russell Wilson not see that blitzer coming when Jair came streaking through.
I'm surprised he didn't fumble it or anything.
Yeah,
like
I know.
that,
It's amazing how these guys can hold on to football. By the way, what is it like when you're on the goal line and it's a big scrum around you? You got your offensive lineman trying to push you in. You got their defensive lineman and linebackers trying to push you out. What is that feeling like? Because it looks terrifying.
It's a different feeling every time. Just depends on where you're at in that pile. Like one of the times I was trying to get in, I'm getting pushed forward and backwards, and they just like lifted me off my feet, and I'm just like, okay, just take me. So,
ride the wave.
Just ride the wave. Just take me. Just let me know where I'm getting down at. So, and then the other one is it wasn't too bad. Just trying to squeeze and turn into little cracks or wherever I can find to get in that end zone.
Can you even see anything when it's like that? Or it's just a bunch of bodies, and you're just hoping you're going in the right direction at that point?
I know I'm going in the right direction, but just hoping I'm making the right read because it happens so quick down there, so quick.
Hey, let's talk more about your accolades. We seem to do this every week, but according to NFL.com, you now have 6 games with at least 2 rushing touchdowns this season, including the playoffs, the most by a Packers player since 1950. That's when Ricardo was 4 years old back then, in 1950. Only you, Amon Green, and Jim Taylor have scored at least 20 touchdowns in a single season
Your
in
dad
team
jokes
history.
are funny.
What's that?
Your dad jokes are
I
funny.
appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate
Old
that.
dad jokes.
Stop
Aaron.
it.
Old dad jokes.
So you, Amon Green, and Jim Taylor, you see the great Jim Taylor on that mural right there. All friends of the show. They've all been on the show. That is great company for this guy to be with, right? I mean, you're talking about the best of the best. He's right there. He's one of them. Final drive, Aaron Jones. Your thoughts on the dime Aaron Rodgers dropped on Davante Adams. Now, you're on the field. You're on the other side of the field, but what was it? It was 3rd and 8 from your own 22. Over-the-shoulder grab for 32 yards. I mean, it was pinpoint perfect. Come on, you're on the other side of the field. You got to be thinking, whoa, that was a heck of a play.
Man, if you go back and look, right after you threw the ball, go find him, and I said, man, you're a bad man. There's no way around it. Just in that situation, that it was crucial. That one, and also that 3rd down Jimmy caught to seal the game. Is you're a bad man. There's no way around it. The GOAT, whatever you want to call him, but he's it.
Yeah, you called him the GOAT, I think you said after
I
the
did.
game. The greatest of all time. But I wanted to say, Davante Adams, 8 catches, again, a playoff record, 160 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. What makes him so difficult to cover? I mean, you almost know it's going to go to him, and all of a sudden he's wide open. Is it the route running? Is it just the technique? Everything about him?
It's everything. Route run. It's to start with route running, and then once he gets the ball in his hands, he's fast. He's explosive. He turns into a running back when he gets the ball in his hands. So he finds the open lane and he goes. He runs away from defenders as well.
Yeah, a heck of a game for both guys, Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams. And then you mentioned the big throw. I've got it right here to Jimmy Graham to seal it. A 9-yard pickup on 3rd and 9 that allowed you to run out the clock. But it was this guy, you picked up the blitzing safety on that, right? Did you see that? He stoned him and gave Rodgers enough time to complete that pass to Jimmy Graham. If this guy doesn't do his job, Rodgers is not able to throw that pass to Jimmy Graham, and who knows? Who knows? I guess you don't want to think about it at that point. But what is your read in that play? What are you looking at? What are you studying? What are the keys? All that good stuff, all that X's and O's stuff that we want to hear about because it was one of your best plays of the game.
Yeah, it was one of my best plays, but it was just me doing my job, like all the rest of the linemen was doing up front. But Corey, I got the communication from Corey. Knew that they were going 5-0, which is big for big. So I got this big guy lined up in front of me. I got that big guy. And they had a backer walk down in front of him. So we knew, seeing that look all week, we're going to go 5-0 that look. So that's what we did, and it pretty much puts me on anybody else, any DBs. And 30 was standing in the middle of the field. They tried to bring that pressure earlier. So I kind of knew it was coming and just stepped up and be prepared.
And then you watch that ball sail right past you into Jimmy Graham's hands, and he gets just enough yardage to pick up that big first down. Again, give this guy a round of applause. Doing his job. Don't always have to score the touchdowns. It's all that little stuff, too, that makes a huge difference. And it also kind of speaks to your team. We've talked about it. Different guys step up, right? We saw Devontae Adams. We've seen you. But look at, like, Alan Lazard I've got. Tyler Irvin coming in and looking good. Swervin Irvin doing some stuff. Shandon Sullivan, by the way, are you kidding? That was not a clear recovery of a fumble? Shannon Sullivan is there. I mean, what is that rule all about? Jimmy Graham, I mentioned. Jake Kumro with his blocking. Jace Sternberger not only blocking, but getting into it with Jadeveon Clowney, not afraid of the veteran on that side of the ball. Geronimo Allison securing a big catch, a big third down catch to extend a drive. And Jared Valdir coming in at right tackle, and Brian Balaga had the flu. By the way, you're not sick, are you?
No, sir.
Okay, I was thinking about maybe a surgical mask and some latex gloves tonight because
A
of
week
what's
too
going
late, I
on.
already gave you a hug. I was sick last week. Gave you a hug.
You were sick last week?
Yep, gave you a
Did you
big
see
hug.
how my metabolism, my might deflected any sort of flu germs? And I'm a big germaphobe too. But anyway, back to the script. Different guys stepping up, right? I mean, it's got to be so fun for you when you see different guys contributing in different ways.
Definitely, but it's catches nobody in the locker room by surprise. Like we always say, do your 111th. If you couldn't do your job, you wouldn't be here. So it's expected from everybody, and just they're making plays in crucial times, and that's big for them and us as well, because maybe they haven't gotten that opportunity to make those plays in that situation, or even gotten the opportunity to make that play, and they're getting the chance now, and when we need it, they're cashing it in. So.
Yeah, they are getting the job done. So many different guys doing different things. And then you said afterwards what your parents told you: big-time players doing big-time plays in big-time games. That's what they taught you, right? When did they tell you that?
They taught me that's probably, as far as I can remember, as soon as I started playing the sport. So that's something that's always stuck with me in big games. I remember that, or whenever a play needs to be made, I try to remember that, or just any time.
A few more things, and then it's Sammy West's turn, because we're going to do our social media question on that. But Aaron Rodgers said afterwards that he mentioned in the huddle before that last drive, quote, "These are the moments you work for and think about in the off season." Take us into the huddle in that situation. And when he said that, you kind of that jolt you a little bit, to kind of give you a little bit more juice, saying, yeah, our quarterback's right. This is what exactly we work for, a chance to finish this thing off and get ourselves into the championship.
Definitely, he got down on a knee and he brought us in closer, and he said that, and it definitely just makes you take a step back and makes you think about all the work that you put into this point, and you don't want that to go to waste for nothing. We ran all of these plays that we're about to run. We know what the details are. We know what we got to do. Just go out there and execute it, at a high level, and we'll come back with this win. We'll seal the game, and that's what we did.
That's what you did, absolutely. Hey, what ways have you noticed the relationship between Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur evolving this season? Because it was an unknown, right? A young coach, veteran quarterback. It's going to take some time to feel each other out, but how have you seen that relationship grow between those two guys?
I mean, you would never thought that it's their first year together. Seeing them now, and it's just continued to grow. They listen to each other. They ask each other questions. They're both learning from each other, so that's pretty cool to see.
Got to give your coach credit. I mean, there's some guys that would come and say, no, we're going to do it my way, but he does seem to be a guy that really values your input on what's going on out there. I think that's a sign of a great leader who listens to the guys that are in the trenches doing the work you're doing.
Definitely. I mean, we're the ones out there playing the play. We see what's happening, so we can come off to the sideline and, hey, coach, this is what's happening. This is what we're seeing. And like some coaches listen, some don't, and he's one of those who listens and takes in account to what we're saying. And he'll go up on the sideline and he might start scheming up a couple of plays that he's had set aside. So things like that, it helps.
Having trust in his guys. A few more things. What ways asked if you last week if you prefer playing an opponent that you haven't seen versus maybe somebody you have seen. You said it doesn't matter, but now you are going to San Francisco, a team you just saw recently back in December. I think that was week 12. You've got to be able to draw something from that. You know what they do. You know what their stadium's like. You know what that team's like. You know their schemes. You know their physicality. Nothing's going to catch you by surprise this time around. I would think that experience is going to be so valuable going into this one.
Definitely. You take a lot from any game, win, lose, or draw. Like you said, you know how they're going to line up, their fronts, their stunts, what they like, what kind of pressure they like to bring, what down and distance they bring it on as well. So that film helps a lot, along with you know how they swarm. You see how they're tackling, if they tackle at the level of the ball, if they're punching the ball out when they're tackling, and their blitz patterns. So you can pick up a lot from it.
6-game winning streak since you lost to the Niners. You lost to the Niners. They've been winning games ever since. What did you take from that setback maybe that has triggered this winning streak? Anything from that game?
Oh, yeah, just a nasty taste in our mouth. That wasn't our brand of football. That's not what we're used to. That's not us. So we knew we had to get back to us, play our style of football, play our brand of football. And ever since then, I felt like we've grown as a team and continued to grow. So it'll be different this time.
Last one, and then it is Sammy's turn. I just saw this online today. Troy Aikman from Fox, the Hall of Fame quarterback, in previewing the NFC Championship, suggests, I have it right here, you guys are a more confident team now than you were going into that Week 12 game against the 49ers, primarily because you have earned the right to be in this NFC Championship game. True? I mean, how have you seen your confidence grow from then until now?
We've seen it grow a lot. I mean, just every week this is a new system for us, like I said, so we're getting a chance to grow in it every week and learn from our mistakes from the previous weeks and continue to grow. And like I said this past week, I feel like we came out in the first half and put a complete first half together. In the second half, just got to work on a few things, but we're kind of right close to where we want to be at.
How about this guy tonight, just laying it out there, both yesterday and what's coming up? Aaron, I'm going to give you a break so you can dig into those French fries some more. And Sammy West, it's your turn for tonight's social media question of the night.
Yeah. Tisha Thomas on Facebook wants to know, what do you love most about being a Green Bay Packer?
The fans, everybody here. I mean, I always say it, we have the best fans in the world, but you go anywhere else outside of Green Bay, Wisconsin, and you won't see a tradition, anything like this. I mean, I hear stories. I know people who came to the game yesterday, they came late, and there's like the town seemed like it was shut down. And you don't get that anywhere else but here, so that's something special.
Thank you very much, Tish. And Sammy, Tish wins a really cool prize, doesn't she?
Yes. For having her question selected, Tisha wins a signed photo of Alvin Jones. Each week, we'll ask you to submit a question for our upcoming guest that we'll ask live during Monday's show. Look for it on facebook.com/clubhouselive.
All right, so before I take a timeout, big online chat again tonight, Sammy?
Oh, yeah, it's been very busy. We've had 13 states tune in tonight. Those are Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Carolina, California, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, South Dakota, Arizona, Ohio, Florida, Connecticut, and Idaho.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes, lots of potatoes.
Packer fans in Idaho.
Yeah, eating their potatoes and watching the show.
I don't know what they're doing in
I
Idaho,
hope
but
that's
they're
what
watching
they're
Clubhouse
doing.
Live
Sounds
tonight,
great.
so we appreciate
Hey, that's
that.
what Aaron's doing.
Yes, Aaron's having fried potatoes. Yep. So anyway, hey, it's time for another timeout. It is time, Ricardo, for trivia question number 2, but this time you are asking.
That's right, so I need both you and Aaron to look out into the crowd for this question. Now remember to raise your hand. Don't shout it out. So here we go. Hey, yesterday's Packers-Seahawks game came 23 years to the day Green Bay beat the Carolina Panthers in the NFC Championship at Lambeau Field. This former Packers Bad break, Brett. This former Packers Pro Bowl running back highlighted an explosive offensive team effort by finishing with 205 yards of offense by himself.
I see the coach right here.
Coach
Julie.
Detchen.
Yes, Dorsey Levin. She got it. I saw her hand go up first. I was like a point guard with my peripheral vision. I could just see it. Bam. Right to her. Dorsey the Horsey, remember him? He was fantastic. Rushed for 88 yards and added 117 receiving yards to help send the Packers 30-13 winners over the Panthers to their first Super Bowl in 29 years. So, all right. I think it is time for tonight's Clubhouse Live Challenge. We need Lois and Rosie. How about some music, please? Come on up, Lois. It's just you tonight. It's just you tonight.
My guest can play.
It's just you tonight. You're going to see what I got cooking up
man.
for you. Come on up, Lois.
Oh, man.
How about a round of applause for Lois, everybody? Aaron, we're going to play a game we call Six Pack. This is a rapid-fire game in which you have up to 60 seconds to correctly answer 6 questions about the Green Bay Packers. Six Pack, get it? If you do so, you win the game and prizes for Lois. And that is, Lois, you could be going home with this cool Miller Lite bottle opener.
Spared no expense.
Again, we are running out of prizes, but we're getting there. A signed photo of Showtime. Lois, you're going to like this USA Today Network Wisconsin ice scraper now that we have snow. And because it's getting cold outside, you need this USA Today Network Wisconsin hot chocolate mug, right? That's going to be good.
Now, apparently, Brett, the money to get all those prizes were found in your couch cushions. Is that right?
Or in the basement of the Post Crescent building. We
Yes,
found
that's
some of
true.
those, but they're good stuff. I like them. So 60 seconds. Now, that's what Lois gets if you correctly answer. If you are not able to complete the task, Lois must take Ricardo out for dinner. That's what she gets
And
for
I'm
losing.
an expensive date, baby.
That's what she gets for losing. You don't want her to go out with Ricardo and have dinner.
2
with him.
words, prime
Pressure
quarter.
is on. If at any point you're stuck on a question, you can pass, and we'll come right back to it. Ricardo, you will keep track of time, Ricardo. 60 seconds, you will keep track of time.
You can have a slow finger, Ricardo.
Well, Ricardo, you do not start it until I have finished with the first question.
Maybe
in
I'll
its
give Aaron
entirety.
5 more seconds. How's that, Aaron? There you go.
Perfect.
So here we go. Question number 1. These 3 players have served as your season-long captains.
Aaron Rodgers, Mason Crosby, and Zadarius Smith.
Yes. Previous to becoming the Packers head coach, Matt LaFleur served as the offensive coordinator for what AFC
Tennessee
team?
Titans.
Yes, in the AFC title game. This Packers linebacker, is rooting for Clemson to beat LSU.
DJ Goodson.
Yes. Packers wide receiver Jake Kummerow played his college ball at the University of
Whitewater.
What is Whitewater's nickname?
Warhawks.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
This teammate of yours wears number 39.
39, Shannon Sullivan.
Yes,
Showtime.
last one. What is the address of Lambeau Field?
Oh. 1265 Lombardi Ave.
Yes, Ricardo! Did he do it?
Oh, easily. 36 seconds.
He did it.
I don't know. I'll just get in the car and drive.
How about some championship music? Because Lois is going home with the bottle opener. The signed photo of Aaron Jones, the USA Today Network Wisconsin ice scraper, and one of these beautiful USA Today Network Wisconsin mugs. Hey, a round of applause for Lois and Aaron Jones tonight for getting it all done.
I like to pride myself on that. When I talk to my teammates, I try to get to know them, what school they came from, where they're from as well. So try to get to know them a little bit. So the BJ question was too easy.
Too easy, yeah. I even was going to have a hint. He wears number 93. Of course, LSU and Clemson getting ready to kick it off. Tennessee Titans, Matt LaFleur's team, they're getting ready to take on the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game.
No, his team is the Packers. Sorry.
His former team.
Oh.
His former team.
Attaboy. Aaron all over you. Brettsy. Brettsy.
His former team. Come on, there's a lot of material to get to. I'm bound to flub up once in a while. Whitewater, Jake Kummerow's former team, fell to North Central in this past season's Division III National Championship game, more commonly known as the Stag Bowl. Shandon Sullivan, number 39, he's been a great addition to the back end of the Packers defense. Again, he clearly picked up that fumble. And 1265 Lombardi Avenue. Everybody knows the address of Lambeau Field.
You know his nickname?
Who's that, Shandon? PC Bretzi?
Showtime.
His nickname
What?
is Showtime. What? No, there's only one Showtime.
No, it could be two. His is Show Time. Mine is
Showtime,
Tyme.
two.
So if I meet somebody and their name is already Showtime, you can't be mad at that. So
Showtime
hey,
and Showtime.
two
I
of
like
us.
it. How come yours is Tyme, by the way?
because I'm different.
Yeah, Brettsy.
That's why I'm PC Bretzi, because I want to be a little bit different. I want to be a little bit different with my Twitter handle.
Oh, you're different.
Shot. Ricardo, you have our second audience question.
I do. This is our friend Wendy Reed from Kimberly. Her question for Aaron. Go ahead, Wendy.
Hi. When growing up, did you both your Aaron and Alvin, did you both have aspirations to play football, or did you have any other sports you may have been interested in pursuing?
So like professionally or?
Professionally.
I either wanted to play in the NBA or NFL. It was one of those two. I would always tell my mom and dad that. And basketball was my favorite sport growing up, so I would tend more to the NBA. But my height works better in the NFL. So.
By the way, Brett thinks he can still outshoot you, Aaron.
Oh, I know I can.
Not happening.
I know I can, even with his father critiquing my supposedly poor form. But
You need all the help you can get. No, I'm
I
just
can
playing.
nail. I can nothing but net. Nothing but net. Nothing but net. So, thank you very much, Wendy. Appreciate that question. I think now it's time to get Aaron's guest onto the stage here for the final segment of the show.
Here we go.
Let's do it. I don't have an intro. Maybe you can introduce tonight's special guest.
Okay. 4-year starter at the University of Texas, El Paso with over, man, I don't know, I would say over 400 tackles, over, how many tackles? Over 40 tackles for loss, over 10 sacks. Pops knows.
Thanks, Dad.
17 sacks. Former Baltimore Raven, NFL linebacker. Graduated from the University of Texas, El Paso. Got his degree. Hey, that would be a blessing. And my twin brother, Alvin Jones.
There we go. He even got some intro music. And a big Brewers fan, clearly, as well. Did you hear their father? He doesn't need a microphone.
No.
Did you
his
hear that voice?
Yeah.
He got
Military guy.
No, he knows our stats, and our thank you, Pops. Like, some he doesn't forget, and I mean,
Definite
Proud father.
command sergeant major.
I know when it's my time, I'm not gonna forget the stats. So
That was pretty good. So, well, let's do it to kind of how we traditionally do it, because this is your show and your brother is your guest. Aaron always asks the first question of the night, so here we go.
okay, so my first question would be, so you know how you have me. I was in the league a year before you, and me, I came into the league, and you hear about it, how much the league is a business. But when did you realize that it was a business? You hear about it, but then it's like you start seeing it for yourself. When did you see it for yourself?
I would say last year in Baltimore, we're sitting in meetings, and it's people you've been sitting next to for 6 weeks, and you go to the game Sunday, you come back Tuesday for meetings, they're no longer there that quick, and then they'll bring people in like for a week, and then they're gone the next week. So that's when you realize, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you could be doing good, they'll still get rid of you. So I feel like that's when I realized it was a business.
Yeah, good question.
Whoa.
It is a very hard business, yeah. Alvin Jones, I think this is the first time we have ever had siblings on the stage
Yeah.
together.
Very cool.
It's a family affair here. And I have to ask you, Alvin, because I am extremely insecure. Are you a huge fan of Clubhouse Live this year? Is this your favorite
Yes.
show ever?
This is my favorite show ever.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. And is there the possibility that you and I can be side buddies as well?
You got to take that up with Aaron.
You're his side buddy. He's got to let you do it.
Can I beat your brother in a basketball shooting
No.
contest?
No, he shoots better than me, so no.
I don't think so.
Whoa.
Definitely. He shoots better
He
than
shoots
me,
better?
so no.
Whoa.
Well, maybe I should just take him on instead. I want some competition.
Sorry, hold on. You got
I
to
want
beat
some
him first.
competition.
Okay, your wife got a car too? Because we'll take that.
Hey, Aaron, he just bought a new Toyota Tacoma.
Oh, thank you. That Toyota, we can put
I
that
got
on.
a new, nice, brand new Tacoma that is not going anywhere.
What?
Thank you very much.
It's beautiful.
I want to decorate it like Mean Gene's pickup truck. He's got the green and all that good stuff, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can arrange an off-season gather. We'll come down to El Paso. We've talked about it. It'd like be nice to get out of the cold. here.
Expense it, yes.
Yeah, we'll expense it to the company and not tell them about it till we come home. So what do you think about your hotshot brother here, Alvin? This has got to be fun for you and the family. You guys are twins. I mean, you guys are close. You're tight. This has got to be a blast for you watching him do his thing out there.
It's a blessing. It's surreal sometimes, like you see on TV, and you're like, oh wow, like he would have told someone that a couple years back, they would have laughed. They'd have been like, no, what are you talking about? But yeah, it's just a surreal feeling. And this year, I got to see every game this year. I got to be there, so it's just a great feeling, a blessing.
So you've been at every home and away, every game?
Oh no, I haven't been at every game.
Oh, okay.
But I got to watch. Last year we would have games at the same time, so.
Gotcha. Because I was going to say, if you've been to every game, why have you not been here every Monday night when after a home game? Well, that's immediately what I started thinking about. So, and he gave you, was it the Dallas game you saw him? Was that the, remember when you
Yes,
scored
sir.
a touchdown, he threw you the football? And,
Yes, sir.
yeah, where's that football? Is that in your possession, nice and safe?
No, it's not in my possession. So I got the seats from a guy who owns a car dealership in El Paso, good family friend. So gave him the ball. Because
Okay,
if not, I was sitting in the nosebleeds.
That's
So
the
you
way
owed
they do
him
you
one.
on away games. They give you those nosebleed seats for your family, so
Very nice.
it was
Very
cool to see him down there.
Yeah, and pretty cool that you were able to spot him. All of a
No,
sudden, there's
he's-
the ball coming your way, right?
I mean, we knew each other was there the whole game, and the series before, we were going the opposite way of them. So running out onto the field, I see him, and he's like, "When you score, throw me the ball." It's like, I was like, "All right, I got you." Wasn't even thinking about a fine or anything. My brother told me to do it, so I was gonna do it.
And it happened. And weren't you the one that texted him that you have better hands than your brother here? What was
Yeah,
all
it was
that going on here?
So it was after the Lions game when he dropped the pass, and I texted the family group message. I said, I got the best hands in the family now.
And how did that make you feel, Aaron?
I couldn't even argue it. I mean, he was gonna say what he wanted to say because I dropped the ball. He was like, I wouldn't have dropped it. So at that point, I know my brother's no point in even arguing with him. But the following week, well, after Oakland, I came back and I said something to him. So I still think I got the best hands.
Yes, with that fantastic touchdown catch, and more than made up for it. So how are you keeping this guy grounded? You know, you don't want to get him to be too big of a hot shot out there, right? You still kind of tell him who's boss a little bit.
Yeah, I talk trash to him, beat up on him in Madden, just everything the
That
same we've
doesn't
been
happen.
doing for years.
Good old. Well, who was the more mischievous? Am I saying that right?
Mischievous.
Who was the?
So I would say like I would get in trouble more often for like tiny things, and whenever he get in trouble, it'd be for something big. So.
Oh.
So I feel like
He does it
it
big.
even each other out.
What was the worst thing you guys got in trouble for? If you can share that with us, of course. Maybe I'm looking at Mom down there, and she's thinking, maybe no, don't.
I would say we were in we were like in the 10th grade, and we were supposed to go to a basketball tournament. And
Hold it now. Do your parents know this story?
Yes.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
so it's like the biggest basketball tournament in the summer in Dallas, and we were supposed to go out there, but like we were playing a game in El Paso, and after the game we had got into it like with the other team, like the dude we're shaking hands, the dude pushes Aaron, so I hit the dude, and then
No, he didn't just push me. He like mushed my face. So my brother has my back.
so then my mom, she was like, I'm not letting y'all go down there, blah blah blah, and she didn't let us go. But she didn't even stay in El Paso with us. She went on a cruise.
That's funny. Well, I don't know if Rosie, if you got some of the photos of the Jones guys when they were younger, but there they are on the stage. Where's that picture taken?
That's in the playoffs.
In the playoffs our senior year.
Oh, that's cool.
The
Look at
pictures
that.
in Midland.
Okay, and there you guys are wearing.
That was this summer.
Yep, wearing the Aaron Jones stuff.
That was for our camp.
Look at that picture. That's a good-looking picture. Good-looking
Senior
family
year
right
in
there.
High school.
Yes, so we got some good stuff.
Got him in the uniform.
Yes, looking
Oh,
good.
no, yeah, that was my 11th grade. Yeah.
Your high school's the Mustangs. That's interesting. I didn't know
Yes,
that.
sir.
So was my sons played for the Mustangs. So interesting. You signed with the Baltimore Ravens, undrafted free agent. Then some injuries occurred. And how are you feeling? Are you all cleared up, ready to go and give the NFL another shot? I guess take us through maybe what future plans look like for you.
Yeah, I got healthy. I've worked out for some teams, so just staying ready, waiting for a call.
Could we possibly see you wearing the green and gold someday? Are the Packers one of the teams you're interested in?
You said that I'm interested in?
I'm sure you're interested
I'm
in.
interested in any team that calls. So
How about the navy and orange?
No.
Little Bears.
No.
See, I can't talk down on any team.
Yeah.
Any team come calling.
Wouldn't that be fun, Aaron?
No.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind as long as my brother got a chance and got an opportunity. I'd be happy. And I always say the only thing that separates people in this league is the chance to get the opportunity. Like me, I could have never gotten my opportunity, but my rookie year, 2 backs went down in the same game, and I was eventually given my opportunity. So you just got to stay the course and wait for your opportunity. When it's come, take advantage. So I know he'll do the same when his opportunity comes.
Yes.
All right, there we
yes. Well, we do know the Packers are always on the lookout for linebacker help. Wouldn't that be something to get the Jones guys together in the same locker room? Yes. We know Brian Gutekunst is a big fan of Clubhouse Live, and he takes what we say seriously. So
He's writing notes as we speak.
He is. He's thinking.
Goody, I hope you're listening.
Yes. Mike Pettin and all those guys on the defensive side. But in all seriousness, how much has your brother meant to you in your success? You
He's
guys are
everything.
tight.
He's everything. Outside of my parents, he's my rock. Text him, call him anytime, need anything, just need somebody to talk to, need somebody to vent to about the game, or even if I need somebody to just humble me. Hey, how was the game? Or everybody's hyping me up, and hey, you could have done this better, you could have done that better, you could have done this better. But good game, you still had 2 touchdowns, you had this, but this is what we need to work on. And he's already talking to me this offseason. He's like, I'm going to train you this offseason, because it's kind of, I've been, the past offseason, I'll start off at Exos or a training facility, and then I'll go and I'll do my own workout. Like I'll go back home to El Paso, and I'll be my own trainer. So my brother's already, hey, I'm going to take you to the next level. I'm going to start training you this upcoming offseason. So just things like that. He does a lot for me behind the scenes that nobody sees, and he really keeps me going.
Nice, very good. Are you living in El Paso then right now?
I'm moving from Baltimore at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was still in Baltimore.
I was going to ask if you know what's El Paso like right now with this guy. There must be a lot of hometown pride right now. Huh?
He's been in El Paso more than I have in the last 2 years.
Maybe I can ask Mom. El Paso going bonkers right now for your son as they get ready for the title game. Yes, we watch El Paso News every night. She said they're watching El Paso News every night, so I'm sure plenty of Aaron Jones highlights. And actually, El Paso Paper, Ricardo, is one of our Gannett family
right.
newspapers as well. So a couple more things. Thoughts on the let's close this up. Packers 49ers, right, guys? Let's ask you, Alvin Jones Jr., how do you see this game playing out? How do you, as a defensive guy, as a linebacker, how are you going to shut down their running game, right, and get them off the field so you can see number 33 doing his stuff on the field?
We just got to – well, not we, but they have to stop the run right away. If you can stop the run and make Jimmy Garoppolo pass back there, they're going to be in trouble. And a team like the Seahawks, the Saints, they've given the blueprint how to beat them. So if you stick to that.
Could be going to Miami, right?
Yeah, I'm going to Miami anyways, but.
A little bit better weather than up here. We know. But that's what makes it Packer football, this beautiful white stuff and the cold and all that. By the way, are you an actual Milwaukee Brewers fan?
No.
Yes, he is. He is. He said so.
I gotta go with the Orioles.
Oh, well, that's okay. They're American League, that's fine.
I told you most of the time, like this one I'm wearing because it's Packers, but we wear hats because it matches what we're wearing.
Well, remember he did wear that St. Louis Cardinals hat that sort of
Love the
caught
Cardinals,
people
baby.
off guard. Aaron, what's it going to be to take to beat these guys? I ask you that every week, but you played them, you know them. Like I said, we talked about early in the show, but this is it. This is for the right to go to the Super Bowl, every football player's dream. So what's it going to take for us to see you guys celebrating an NFC title game on Sunday?
We just got to be ourselves, come out, start fast, finish strong. The ball is number one. Take care of the ball on offense. Take it away on defense, and like I said, just play our game.
How about that, everybody? Play their game.
Be more physical.
What was that?
Be the more physical team as well.
More physical team. So they've won 6 straight, and we're going to make it 7 straight, right? Mean Gene is, I know Mean Gene likes it. So how about a round of applause tonight for Showtime? And your Twitter, he's got a Twitter handle, too, that's like yours.
My time. Did you change it?
My time.
We did it together in high school.
There we go. Showtime and My Time. Yeah, round of applause for these guys. We have time for trivia question number 3. Let's do it.
Got to take advantage of your time.
Hey, I always take advantage of my time. As you can tell, a lot of time in the weight room lately. So
Past time.
looking pretty good, I must say. Hey, the only other time the Packers and 49ers met in the NFC Championship game came as part of the 1997 season. Remember that? Who was the head coach of the 49ers at the time? Oh, right behind you, Ricardo. Yeah, Steve. I didn't even have to give the hint.
Look at the hat.
Look at this. It's meant to be 1997.
Oh, look at that.
NFC
Old school.
Championship hat.
Going old school.
Yeah. Well, first of all, let's
Courtesy
talk
of my
about
brother.
Mooch. Steve Mariucci. Mooch led the Niners to the NFC title game in his first year at San Francisco. But the Packers topped the 49ers 23-10 to clinch their second straight Super Bowl appearance. Of course, Mooch was a part of Holmgren's staff before he went off to San Francisco. Now, are you wearing that because it was a Packers 49ers game, or was it just meant to be?
It was just meant to be. I seen it sitting on the couch before I walked out of the house. It's my brother's hat. He had just bought it with him when he came down this weekend. He showed it to me. I liked it. And sitting on the couch, so I just grabbed it.
Mean Gene, that's got to be meant to be, right? That was the Packers 49ers right there, and that is the NFC Championship hat, and he's going to be wearing one of those again on Sunday night.
That's wild.
Okay, Ricardo.
Yes.
It is time to go up north.
Yes.
It's Packers-Niners. I believe it's the same kickoff, 5:40 p.m. Our time.
All right.
Who is winning the game? Because you were wrong last week.
That's right. You look at this game, and nothing favors the Packers. I think the 49ers, they're favored in every aspect of this game. That's why I'm going to pick your Packers, Brett, to win 55-0. That's right. It's going to be a whip.
The Packers are winning 55?
Yes.
Well, there you go. How about that?
Yes.
I'll take it from Ricardo.
55-0.
Mean Gene ain't buying any of it. He
Don't
ain't
worry about
buying
it,
any
Mean
of it.
Gene.
So this isn't the jinx, all right, to Mean Gene? This
I
is what we
believe in
call
Mean
the
Gene.
victory visor. And this is almost
sir.
undefeated this year. What do you guys think? Of course, Green Bay is going to win. He's got his victory hat on. I've got the victory visor hat on. It's going to be close. Yes, the 49ers have a dominant defense. Yes, they can ground and pound and control the clock. Yes, they beat the Packers big in Week 12, but so what? The second go-round,
55-0.
the second go-round is typically much closer than the first time. Remember, in 2014, the Packers got beat bad by the Seahawks, came back and should have won that NFC title game against Seattle. The year after, they got hammered by Arizona late in the season and then came back and took that game, a divisional playoff, into overtime. Probably should have won that game. It's not going to be quite like that this time, but I think Aaron Rodgers will get the ball out quickly. The Packers are going to do some quick rhythm stuff. This guy is going back into the end zone again. Showtime scores a key touchdown, and the great, legendary future Packer Hall of Famer Mason Crosby is going to boot a late field goal in the waning moments that's going to prove to be this decisive score. Packers 27, 49ers 24. We're all going to Miami. Ricardo, Packers News app.
That's right, with exclusive commentary, insider analysis, and award-winning photos and videos from USA Today Network, Wisconsin's Packers coverage team. The Packers News app is your one-stop shop for complete coverage of the Green Bay Packers. The app is available for iPhone and Android users only.
Special thank you again to our sponsors, Superior Discount Liquors. Check them out in Green Bay, Manitowoc, and Sheboygan, or find them online at superiordiscountliquors.com. Don't forget about Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Again, Thursdays in January, battle for $5,000 in cash in Potawatomi's Battle Win Ball game show. Earn entries by playing with your club card all month. Learn more at paysbig.com/winball. Mayfield Sports Marketing, a leading Wisconsin sports marketing agency and bureau. Escort Limousine Service, the preferred limousine service of the Green Bay Packers. And finally, the good friends here at the Red Line Hotel, Paper Vat. Look at her. She's waiting for a football back there. She's waiting. I can see it. Aaron Jones, Showtime. We don't know what the future brings, but I do know that in the time being, you have tonight's final word.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for all coming out again, enjoying your Monday night with me and spending it with me. And some of you guys have been doing it all season long, so I really appreciate that. Recognize the faces, and it means a lot to me. So just like to say thank you again, and thank my brother for coming on as well. You didn't have to, so thank you. And look to be celebrating next week as we look to get in the Super Bowl and celebrate that victory. Go Pack, go.
He said it, go Pack, go. So for my time, Showtime, Ricardo, Sammy, and the rest of the Clubhouse Live crew, I am PC Brett C signing off. Be back here next Monday night. It's going to be me, Mean Gene, and the rest of the Clubhouse Live crew as we celebrate a big Packers victory over the San Francisco 49ers. Right, Mean Gene? And we get ready for the Super Bowl run. Mean Gene, take it away.